Hey Aries, I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Capricorn. Aries, I feel like there's a space here where you're really trying to work through your own emotional issues. I feel like there are some things coming up where you really could have lost some like really important people, places, and things around you. And I feel like there's a space here where you're really trying to heal yourself, get over yourself here as well, right? That doesn't mean you're not showing up for others. Yes, it hurts you, but I feel like there's a space here where you know that there are certain people that are almost like needing a healing touch, a hug, a kiss. Just I feel like it's like tiny people, tiny creatures. That doesn't have to necessarily be children or animals here, right? Like I feel like it could be like people that are older than you. I feel like but they're smaller, right? Like I feel like they're like tinier than you. I feel like as you're like coming into their life, it's pulling up a lot of things that they're not wanting to see, they're not wanting to go through here. But I feel like it's almost like your comforting, healing energy is like helping them like get over like what is hurting them at this time. Yes, you're still processing your own pain, but I feel like you're still showing up for others. First out, you're taking action. Yeah. There's a space here where involving these people here as well. You're really like making sure that like people are taken care of. Like you know that there's going to be several different people that are coming in, and they're really needing your time, effort, and energy. I feel like once again you have so many different people that are like calling out to you, pulling up to you, hey, can you help me do this, can you help me do that? I feel like there's a space here where it's like very much a selfless energy. These are people, places, and things that you're supposed to be caring about here as well. You know that you have so much love and care and healing energy that even though you're going through such a time of like like this, it's almost like a deep space here. You're really needing to like show up for other people, and the more that you're doing that, the more that you're taking action. It's almost like healing your own self. I feel like there's been too much time, effort, and energy like spent on people, places, and things that were really breaking your heart. And I feel like moving forward, it's going to be time for you to really show up and show out for these people. First out, we have Five of Pentacles. Yeah, once again, I feel like there's very much a space where you've had to leave you've definitely had to leave like people, places, and things behind that you really did not want to. I feel like it's brought on like a lot of sadness, a lot of frustration here within yourself. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Cups. This could definitely be involving a love situation. It didn't have to necessarily be romantic, but I feel like it was very much somebody who showed up for you and cared very much about you here as well, right? There's been such a huge separation, and you're feeling this so deeply. But the more that you're waking up, the more that you're putting yourself together here in order for you to really show up in the correct way for other people. You hate going through hurt energies, hurt spaces here as well, and you also know that other people hate this as well. So I feel like moving forward, I feel like you're almost gonna start really looking at like why these things were separated from you. Like where can you go from here? I feel like there's a space where you're in very much an observation mode. You're very much in an analytical mode here as well. The more that you're doing this within yourself, it's like almost like healing these frustrations up to this point that really could have taken some things away here as well, right? Hey, good morning. I feel like there's going to be a huge truth coming in for yourself once you kind of take this time out to really have a perspective shift. I feel like there's a space here where you're having a lot of love, right? Like you're having a lot of care, you're showing up, but I feel like there's a space here where you're really just, hey, good morning. I feel like there's a space here where you're really just not like speaking your truth to other people here. Thank you so much for liking. I feel like there's a space where you're really resisting like telling people what you're really thinking, right? Like and like you know that if you were to tell these people these things, hey, good morning, good morning. I feel like if you were to almost like tell these people like these things, like these truths here, you know that it would like push them into a space where they can be a better person. But I feel like there's a space here where you're just resisting yourself. You're not and we have the High Priestess, we have the Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess. You're being gifted like so much information at this time, and there's a space here where you're really resisting yourself because you know that yes, this could also like change this person and help them like have like a shift in their life here as well. But keep in mind, other people's problems are not your problems. Like there's a space here where as a healer, the more that we're showing up for people and just showing up, right? You don't have to tell people where they're going wrong, how they could have done things better here as well, because this could also hurt this person's feelings, right? Like you don't want to like get them in such a space here where their feelings are being hurt and they're not even able to like hear what it is you're trying to say here for these people. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you guys. And we have the Three of Pentacles. This is definitely people that are around you at this time. Like these are your everyday people. You know, like their faults, you know, their issues, because like, once again, these are things that you're like having some realizations with yourself here as well. The only thing you have power and control over is your mouth and how you're choosing to show up. And at this time, there's a space here where you're just resisting, holding back like the truths that are really coming in for you. And then we have the World card. There's going to be several different people, several different energies here as well, right? Exactly. Other people, it's yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing, like the more that you're around these people, these places that are needing such healing, like there's almost a space here where you're almost confusing like your own energy, your own emotions for theirs, right? Like there's a space here where you are so deep, you are so connected, you're so like there's like a compassion space. Like there's very much an empathic space that you're going through at this time. And in order for you to really work through your own issues, you're having to separate yourself. You're having to create a whole lot of boundaries here that you wouldn't necessarily have done up to this point, but you're needing to do this in order to really figure out like why it is you're going through these issues here as well, right? We have the Three of Pentacles, the World, and the Six of Wands. There's going to be several different people around you at this time that you're really having to like shut down those conversations. You're not, you know, able to really hang out for these periods of time. Like you're putting your foot down as to like what types of energy you're willing to like give and receive with here as well, right? The more that you're doing that, it's bringing in a lot more successes. I feel like you've almost been like wasting time, wasting energy, because there was a space here where you were feeling very lonely. And Aries, that's not like you, right? And we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah. I feel like there could have been several different people around you that were almost like holding you back, like not allowing you to go into a situation and place here where you were getting these victories. There's going to be a lot of different people that are showing up as distractions, and that's not how you're viewing them, right? Like, and they're not trying to purposely distract you here, but you have a bigger mission, you have a bigger goal set for like where it is you're trying to take your life. And I feel like there's been a space here where you've just been allowing certain people and certain energies, right? Yeah, in order for you to get these successes, in order for you to get these victories here for yourself, this emotional well-being, this emotional peace and joy, you're having to separate yourself from the chaos and the confusion. I feel like there's going to be several different people around you at this time that are coming in and frustrating you, irritating you, saying things that you just really didn't want to deal with that day. And the more that you're going into the space here where you're just allowing these things to happen, cut these things off at the root, right? This could definitely be involving a King of Swords. That could be Aries. No, not Aries. Oh shoot. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini here as well. I feel like they're coming in and I feel like they're almost like disturbing your happiness, your peace. There's a space here where you don't have to necessarily hold conversations with people about all things. Like you're comfortable like sitting within yourself, like having quiet time, meditations here as well. I feel like they're coming in and almost like trying to rile you up, like frustrate you here, right? Take you off your goal. I feel like you have like this dream of like this happy ever after here as well. And I feel like this King of Swords is almost like preventing you from getting there here as well. Once again, I feel like this has been a huge distraction. Yeah. And then we have the Empress. This has been very much like, I feel like there's almost been a space of like a hype man here as well. Like somebody who has no issues taking you out, doing all these things, like having fun and enjoyment space here as well, right? But right now is not the time for you to truly be investing in these things. There's going to be a space here where you're really having to like go within yourself, connect a lot more to your feminine energies here as well. The more that you're doing that, we have the Wheel of Fortune sitting right next to that as well, right? Energy vampires. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's very much an energy vampire here as well. And we have the Lovers card. I feel like there's a space where moving forward, like there's going to be a love relationship that's coming in where you are genuinely connected, right? Like this is very much like a soulmate energy, somebody that you've known up to this point, right? I feel like this King of Swords, it could also be a Gemini here as well. I feel like there's going to be a King of Swords, and I feel like they're almost like distracting you from this energy that could really come in and like be something for you. This is very much a person who uses their communication a lot, right? Yeah, I feel like there's been a space up to this point where you've been carrying a lot of past traumas within yourself. And I feel like there's a space here where you're really needing to go within and like heal these things for you. I feel like it could have created almost like a needy space, a needy energy within yourself. And it has not been healthy up to this point. There could have been several different people here up to this point where you were really giving and receiving with. And I feel like the more that you're connecting to these energies instead of yourself, you're going to continue to get your heart broken. Now's the time really for you, right? And we have the Five of Swords. There could have been somebody that was using manipulation here, like very much in control of money here as well. I feel like there was very much a frustrating situation involving this person and energy. I feel like they're coming in and almost like confusing like your money situation. I feel like they're coming in and almost like trying to take from you. I don't feel like this is very much like a reciprocal energy where it's beneficial or healthy, right? And then we have the Nine of Cups. We have the no, we have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Once again, I feel like there's been several different people coming in and almost like portraying themselves as your wish fulfillment, like making you believe and think that like they have everything that you need. And I feel like there's a space of like realization as to this was manipulation. This is not something that you would have signed up for, 6 months ago or a year ago. And once you're having more understanding about that, like um you're separating yourself from the chaos, you're separating yourself from the hurt spaces, you're going more into an energy where it's time for you to start like, man, I feel like there's a space here where as these energies were coming in, I feel like there was a whole bunch of communication about how much money you don't have, like you know, how bad you're feeling this day, like, and I feel like there was a space where the more that you continue to go towards this energy, it was pulling up a lot of negativity for yourself. It was not your wish fulfillments, but I feel like it was almost like the power of your word that was pushing these things into your existence here. So I feel like there's going to be a space where you're not going to be so willing to, it says block out distractions, detox your friendships here on the bottom. I feel like there's been a space where in order for you to get like where it is you're trying to go, you can't take everybody with you. And I feel like there's some knowledge and some understanding about this here as well, right? Yeah. You're willing to like let things go that have not been what it is you've been wanting up to this point in order for you to get what it is you are truly wanting for yourself, right? Yeah, there could have definitely been a Gemini masculine figure here who really could have like as they were like departing, I feel like it really could have like caused a lot of hurt within yourself, and this is definitely something that you're having to deal with. I feel like you're having to pick up the like your pieces. I feel like you're also helping other people do the same, right? And the more that you're connecting with your power and your energy, like the more it's getting you closer to this healing space that is necessary for yourself but also for others, right? Like that's why we show up each and every day. You know, a smile, a hug, anything like that, something so simple, right, could really change like the outcome of somebody else's day, and you're having some understanding about that. All right, guys, let's get one card out for how you can heal this energy. It says asks ask for your needs to be met. Ask for your needs to be met. There's going to be so much angelic support here for you at this time. And I feel like this is something like a whole lot of healing energy you're just accepting into your arms at this time. And the more that you're doing that, the more you're going to be able to share this with others. It says God and the angels can come to you and your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds with the same holds true with the clearly asking other people to assist you, right? Like people don't know like what it is you're needing, what it is you're wanting here, unless you're opening up your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed, right? And so like there's going to be a space here where you're really connecting with yourself. I feel like there's going to be a lot more bravery. I feel like you're going to be very much like the coach for other people. Keep in mind we're teaching other people how to treat us, and if we're not asking for the help that we're needing, how can it come in, right? Be honest with yourself and the universe, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.